Hello everyone, and welcome back to SwapLocke. It has been a very long 5 months. That's for sure. Actually, it has been so long since I've been here that I forgot I even did a second episode. I thought I did the first one and kind of forgot about it. So as a refresh of what happened, our current team is Animo, Traveler, Amber, Kaya, and Beidou. We had swapped out Lisa for Beidou, so we can't use Lisa again. If you want a refresh of the rules, they'll be in the description. Just have a look there. We are also AR-14 as of right now. We tried fighting the Cryo Regisvine, but we flopped pretty badly. And we still have the Mondstadt Archon quest to complete. So with all of that explained, I can now talk about what we're actually going to be doing this time around. It does involve those things that I mentioned. So I wanted to level up our adventure rank, hopefully to AR-20. That way we can unlock Spiral Abyss. I also want to build some more of our characters, save some Primogems because I believe our best option right now is probably saving for Venti. He's gonna be a very good unit. Not only is he a bow character, which I am trying to keep in our team at all times because it seems like bows are usually the one that you need the most. He's also Animo, which is also just kind of OP at this point. There's no arguing about that. And yeah, if we can get our adventure rank to AR-20, we'll try Spiral Abyss as well. So we've got a pretty jam-packed episode today, so sit tight, grab a snack, grab a drink. I am your background noise for today. First things first, we're going to get our commissions out of the way. They're going to help us get some EXP that we'll need. And also, I'm going to unlock some of these domains on the way because they were unlocked when we got to adventure rank 14, was it? I don't really remember, but they're unlocked on the map and that's free EXP for us, even if we can't do the domains for a long time. While I was doing my commissions, I also found some chests which I unlocked along the way because, you know, EXP, we want to get our adventure rank up as high as possible, and also Primogems. It's a 2-in-1. After finishing my commissions, we were at adventure rank 15, so we can ascend our characters now, which... oh, or not. Well, not yet, anyways. We can ascend Amber and Kaya and the Traveler once we get to unlocking our adventure rank rewards, but we'll have to do a bit of missioning for Beidou. Sadly, the weapon domains were also not open on this day, so I had to skip that, and I didn't pre-farm because I forgot. It's that simple. I just forgot to do it. And I kept forgetting the days, and also I didn't log in for 5 months because I don't know. I actually don't know why I didn't do this. It's not like I was bored of it or anything. I think I just got hung up on Star Rail more than anything. Yeah, we'll go with that. So after this, I leveled up the Traveler to level 30. Now we just needed to get Beidou stuff. Oh, and another thing, I forgot about the shop in Mondstadt, so I went there and I got the things that we needed to level up Kaya's sword. After the final commission, it was time to head over to Liyue. Woo! Okay, so that was a lie. Because of Yanfei's trial, I actually got everything I needed for Beidou, so no Liyue yet. Hold on to that yet. We could only get Beidou to level 28, but she is ascended like everyone else, and we're going super strong. I think we're doing pretty well so far. Now, with the quests, I had to be really careful with these, because if you know from my Healers Only series, we got stuck on the Zhongling quest for a while, and because of the rules, it's still a very similar concept where I can't use Zhongling. Now, I did complete that domain without her, but I couldn't really be bothered to do it at that moment in time. But it's okay, because I can do it without needing to use her, but we didn't need it yet. And I also was worried that I would just get stuck on it and forget what I did, and it would be a whole thing. So, no, we're not doing that. not yet anyways. Now it is really time for Liyue. We had a little bit of a fake encounter before, you know, a little trick, a little joke, but this time it is for real. This is also how we're gonna get Geo Traveler, our first Geo character on this team. We can swap between all the elements for the Traveler, so I'm pretty happy about that. We've unlocked our Geo Traveler, yay! I think I'll probably stick with Geo for a little while anyway. We can test it out and use some of the Geo mechanics to actually help us through Liyue and, well, everywhere else. And we'll see how good she actually is as Geo. I don't really remember. I feel like I prefer using Anemo Traveler anyways, especially because she's kind of good when you don't have Venti. And in case you didn't know, I don't have Venti yet. We will get him whenever he decides to show up again. So I continued exploring Liyue for a while, collecting some chests, unlocking teleport waypoints, and also statues of the 7. Followed some Sealies as well with their chests. Followed some Sealies and they led me to chests, yes. So I did this until we reached the Catherine of Liyue, because that was actually the goal that we had to do this whole time. It helped us get a lot of EXP, and then also a bit more, because, well, it was a quest. Not only that, but we also got our first key, which was gonna be very good for us. After making it to Liyue, they also gave me some materials for the Traveler's Sword, so I was able to level up that. So now we have Traveler's Sword and Kaya's Sword leveled up. It's a sword moment. But we were still only at Adventure Rank 16, so it was time for some handbook farming, because we still have that. There was a final part of the handbook which I couldn't complete as of yet because I had to do the Mondstadt Archon quest, and then I could finish it. So now I can do some pre-farming for materials in the domains, because yeah, I forget about domains sometimes. It's bad. It's bad that I forget it. We went through Mondstadt and Liyue domains 3 times, and then I took a little break because I got a little bit EP. So after my break, I continued with the EXP so that we could get to Mondstadt's Archon quest and actually finish that off. I had my commissions again because I took longer than a day off, and I just did anything I could to get EXP, you know, the chests, teleporters, all of that stuff. And I did all of that until we finally got to Adventure Rank 18. Now that we are AR 18, I can go through the rest of Mondstadt's Archon quest and actually finish that off, which means that we can level everyone up a little bit more, and we can actually go into Storm Terror's lair. While we were in there, I unlocked the Statue of the 7, which meant the handbook. We were now fully up to date with it, and we couldn't get any more pages until Adventure Rank 20, so that was kind of off limits for how we were gonna grind some EXP. The best thing we can do now is continue with the Archon quest and get to Adventure Rank 20. We unlocked all of the seals, 1, 2, 3, and then it was Dvalin time. Now this is technically our first boss. We're gonna ignore the Cryo Regiswine from before. That doesn't count. That does not count. Dvalin is our first big boss as well, and I'm hoping we can do it. Now, they do give us Venti here, but because of the rules that I set myself, we can't use him because there's 5 in the team. If he had replaced, for example, the Traveler and made 4 of a team, yes, we could use him, but he doesn't, so we can't. Anyways, let's get into that fight with Dvalin and pray for me that we can actually do it. Leave a like to support me and pray for me. Yeah. And we did it! The ending of this kind of looked a little bit funny just because it had Lumine's burst at the top of the screen and it looked like I'd edited in something weird and like a watermark or something over my fight. Do not claim this fight. I watermarked it with Geo Traveler. It's mine. Anyways, after we finished the fight and had successfully fought our very first boss and our very first weekly boss as well, we can check that one off the list. Now we also got the Favonius bow, which I decided to give to Amber because she's actually pretty good and I have kind of dunked on her for a little while being on here. I'm sorry, Amber. You're really good. We also have the Stringless saved up for our future Venti, so I don't want to give her that, which is why it was just waiting in my inventory. But now we actually have something she can use. And we can actually level this one up with whatever materials we have, which is even better. I also decided to level up some characters and artifacts until this very rare site, we were out of Mora, just completely gone. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen and I'm gonna quickly do this survey to get 30,000 Mora and we're just never gonna speak of poverty again. Wow, there we go. I'm magic, you know? I'm really good at this game and I can just get 30,000 at the snap of my finger. So I used all of my resources into leveling up our characters, but we still had a bit of EXP to go before we were at AR 20. Also, free Barbara. Don't know if I'm gonna use her, even though Hydra is good and she's a healer. I think I might wait for someone else because I'm okay for now. Unless she gets like a new buff where she's super duper looper strong. There's also this summertime event where we could get a free Kirara. Or not summertime, summertide. Close enough. But there's only 3 days left. So future me doing the future recording. Let the people know if we did it or if we didn't. This is future me. We didn't. You know when like life happens? You know, women, you get it? Yeah, that happened. And I was way too sick to even do anything. So no Kirara, no skin for our non-existent Kirara. I also took a break at this time. So the break was a few days long and I returned with new commissions. You know what new commissions means? More EXP. So after doing my 4 commissions, we got to AR 20. Okay, well we didn't yet. That's very annoyingly close. I had this whole explosion planned for it, but you know, it doesn't even matter. So I unlocked a teleporter and then we got to AR 20 and I still had my explosion. It looked cool. We had Amber there, we had everything. It was perfect. It could have been even better if it had happened after my commissions, but it's okay, we don't have to talk about that. Now all we had to do was go and unlock Spiral Abyss. I unlocked the 3 seals and it was time to enter the belly button thing. Yeah, we'll go with that, the blue belly button. But before that, I wanted to switch to Animo Traveler because I thought that she would probably be a little bit more beneficial in these early stages of Spiral Abyss. Also because we don't have Venti, she's like the next best thing. Okay, now we can go into Spiral Abyss. That was weird. Let's try that again. Now we can go into Spiral Abyss. So in Spiral Abyss, the first few teams are together up till floor 5 where they split us up. We're going to talk about that when we get to it, but for now, we're just going to keep our 4 characters here and we're going to go through it. So let's see how well our 4, are we going to call them swaps? We're going to call them swaps. Our 4 swaps are going to go in and let's see how they do. So floor 1 was pretty simple. It's a bit of a cakewalk even for my low level. Let's move on to floor 2 and see how we can handle it. Also, completing floors 3 and 4 will give us 2 new characters, Xiangling and Kale, so let's see if we can get to that point as well. I'm not too sure if we will, but I can always hope. Floor 2, definitely a little bit more difficult, but still managed to get all the full stars from it, so no complaints from me. I think we did pretty well, all things considered. Now it's time for floor 3. I'm a little bit more worried about this one. Floor 3 was mostly okay. It had its ups and it had a lot of downs. But we lost 2 stars on floor 1 and 2, which was very annoying, but it's okay because floor 3, I redeemed myself. We have the final floor, floor 4, where we are a full team. Oh my god, that was really hard to say and I don't know why. Let's get to floor 4. Sadly, floor 4 was not meant to be. We managed to beat floor 3, chamber 3 though, so at least we get our new character, even if we didn't fully max it out with the stars, but it's okay. I think we did pretty good for our first attempt. So now we have a free Xiangling. I do think at some point I want to put her on the team because she's pretty strong for a pyro character as well. I do want to keep a bow character on here at all times, and if I swapped anyone out, we'd have 2 pyros, which in this challenge doesn't really serve a good purpose. We do have Official, who is also a bow, and like I said before, I do always want to have a bow character here. So if we ended up swapping out Beta with Official and Amber with Xiangling, that would probably be something we'll do in the future. However, we don't really have the resources to do that right now. If I swap them out, we'd be stuck with level 1 characters, and I don't really want to do that. So instead, we'll probably just leave that. But for today, I think we've done everything. We got to adventure rank 20. We did some Spiral Abyss. We got to floor 3, chamber 3, tried floor 4, failed floor 4, gave up on floor 4. And we also finished Mondstadt's Archon quest, and we went through a little bit of Liyue, so pretty eventful day for our swaps. That's such a funny thing to call them. Now we can end it off with some good old-fashioned wishing. Only on standard though, because, well, that's the only option right now. Everything else is gone, you know, because of the 5.0 update. Speaking of 5.0, good segue, me. Thank you, me. We will be getting one free 5-star character, and I have no idea who I really want to get for this account. I feel like there's a lot of good options that would work, especially with my bow belief, but then also a healer as Jean. So let me know which character you think is the best option. We could get any of them and leave them benched for a while and then level them up in the future. So if you think there's a character there that would be really beneficial to us in the future, but maybe not at this stage, let me know as well, and we'll just see who we want. Anyway, let's do some wishing now. End it off on a high. I can get some constellations or a 4 or 5-star weapon. That's all I really want. Okay, well that's not a good wish. Let's try again. Okay, I see what you're doing, game, and I don't think I like it. Okay, no, game, that's nothing. This game, so typical.